Hey, this is Max from FL Studio Tips, and today I will show you 7 tricks and features that you didn't know. Most of you guys for sure use the FL Studio native reverb, which is Fruity Reverb 2. It sounds pretty decent, but if you've heard some of the high quality reverbs, you for sure lack the quality of this reverb. And what if I tell you this is easy and free to do? And the plugin that lets us do it is the Fruity Convolver. So let's open it up, and what this plugin does is it makes an impulse which we can run through high quality reverb or hardware reverb, for example, and play it back on any sound we like. So if you click on this bolt here, you'll get the impulse, and this is the default response that we get when we open the Fruity Convolver. So we change this to this. And it also saves a lot of CPU. If we have high quality reverb such as Valhalla Vintage Reverb, which sounds like this, we can sample this reverb and use it in this plugin here. So let's open Edison and record the impulse. Let's hit record and click on the bolt. Alright, we got it. Now let's click here and drag it onto Convolver. Now we can normalize it here. And let's just get rid of this empty spot here by going to Tools and Trim Side Noise. Dry Sound. This is with the Valhalla Vintage Reverb. And this is with the Fruity Convolver. If we add Wet, you can see that this is exactly the same reverb. And also why it's so good that you can go into equalizer section and get rid of the frequencies of the reverb that you don't really like. So for example, I don't really like the low here, so let's get rid of it. Perfect reverb without any third-party plugins. And now you can save your preset here, or even go into presets and choose from this amount of presets here. So after you know this, I think that you're not going to use Fruity Reverb 2 anymore. If you're common with FL Studio for some time, you've probably heard about Patcher, and that's a subject for another video, but you can use it mainly as a mixer slot, but also as an instrument. So let's load Patcher here, and it has really cool preset called Yotasa. And this is a great instrument that will play complete chords in the key which you set up here. We are in C, and let's just play something on our keyboard. Also, if you go into presets, you can find the plucker, which works exactly the same, but it's a plug synth. Hey, unless you are living under a rock and don't follow our Instagram yet, you know that we just released our official full harmony course, in which we take you from total music theory basics to building advanced chord progressions. Over 30 lessons, all musical genres, 3 hours long course packed with knowledge, just like our YouTube channel. You can check it below in the description or here at the top. This one is a big one. The creators of FL Studio made a mobile app that you can use to control your FL Studio from your phone. And if you will go into App Store of your system and write EL Remote, you will find this app called Imagine Line Remote. So let's download it and see how it works. And if you open it up, you can simply just connect into your FL Studio. That's crucial that you're using the same Wi-Fi. I, for example, made the hotspot on my PC. Now you need to go into Options, MIDI settings, and enable Imagine Line Remote. You can see that it's connected right here, and you can do a lot of stuff from here. From just playing to recording to changing the tempo by tapping. Also, you can go into piano roll or to mixer, for example, or open up browser, show playlist, and here on the top you have the piano section. And if you, for example, choose a piano from here, and it works amazingly fast. I don't even feel that I am using my phone so fast that I cannot feel any latency. For example, you can go into FPC, and if you open up FPC on your FL Studio and choose some kit, for example, from here, amazing feature. Also, you can go into harmony section and play with the different scales that we have here. Also, if you saw our video about 5 tricks for very hip-hop and trap melodies, you can open the sample in SliceX and play with the slices from here. Also, you can go into Perform tab or Mix tab to explore even more functions. By the way, you can get this template in the description below. Next one is super useful. So if you want to share your project with a friend that doesn't have the 5C instruments that you have, for example, in this template we are using only the stock instruments and effects, but for example, if you have a C room, let's say, and you made the patch and you want to share your project with your friend, but he doesn't have the C room. So the one thing that you can do is go here and create direct wave instruments. You need to choose the folder, and here you can tell it how many times you want it to record. If you have an Omnisphere, for example, which has a lot of velocity layers, you will probably want to set it to more than one. And here you can say how many times you want to record it. It all comes to size of this instrument, because if you say that every second note is going to be sampled, then if you play this note here, then this note will be just pitched up the C4 or pitched down the D4. But if you set it to 1, every single note will be sampled. So you will probably want to set it to 1 every time and then choose, for example, less velocity layers or less or more notes that you want to sample. So let's say I want it like this. Let's start it. And now here we have our original serum. And here we have our sampled serum. As you can see, they sound exactly the same, and you will not only save the CPU, but also you will be able to share the project without the third-party plugins. Next one is a lifesaver when we have a melody loop that we want to change to another instrument. For example, if we have this sample here, and we want the MIDI notes of it, but it's in audio. We can do it by going to Sampler and right-clicking on the waveform and choosing in Audio Editor. Now we need to go into this wrench icon and choose Convert to Score and Dump to Piano Roll. If you open up Channel Rack, you can see that it has dumped into the piano roll. So now you can just insert a new instrument, Ctrl-X the files and Ctrl-V to the new instrument. It's not pretty accurate, but we can mark everything with Ctrl-A and Alt-Q to quantize it. You will agree with me that this function of recording MIDIs is not really creative. Whenever you play something, you always need to play it again and turn on recording. But let's say I've played this progression. I didn't hit record and I cannot remember what I played. And there's a function especially for that. Let's go to Tools, Dump Score Log to select a pattern and choose how long ago you played it. As you can see, we have it here, and now there's just need to quantize it and adjust the MIDI notes we played. Alright, let's say we have this piano here. As you can see, we've added a lot of effects here, and now we've wanted to add electric piano, which sounds like this. But we would like the same effects which are on the piano. So one way we could do is by unrouting the electric piano from the master and routing it to piano. Now we'll have the same processing on the both instruments. But what if we would like to make subtle changes, like less low pass here, for example? There's a simple way for doing that. Let's right click on our processed mixer channel, go to File, and drag our mouse over the Save Mixer track, click and hold, and drag it on our electric piano. Now we can rename it to electric piano, and we'll have exactly the same processing here, and now we can make the changes. Also, we can unroute it from the piano and route it back to the master. Also, what you should keep in mind, for example, if you have your favorite piano processing, you can go to File and you can save the mixer as, for example, piano, and go to File and find it inside here. And now every time you open a new project, you can choose already processed mixer channels, and it can save you hours of processing, if not weeks. Alright, that's it for today. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps us grow. Make sure to check out the previous videos we have, and yeah, see you in the next one.